Starting week 6 of the fall season, we're talking all things Mariemont Warriors with Coach Tom Nerl. Coach, how are we doing this morning?
Doing great, Rob. Thanks for having me once again. Hopefully we get a break on this weather this week. Looks like it's going to cool off, and we need a little bit of rain here, just to get everyone going. And just glad I'm not David Bell this morning. So
Isn't that the truth? That's
that's something.
interesting fireworks at Great American Ballpark after the game last night, I'm guessing.
Yes.
And it looks like we may get some remnants of another hurricane toward the end of the week, but actually, hopefully, it doesn't avoid us this time because, gosh, everybody's yards sure needs it.
Yeah, it can rain any night except Friday. We don't
Yes.
like rain on home football games. It kills the crowd. So, but it'll be junior high night for football this week, so we'll have a big crowd, and Taylor's coming in, and they're hot, and we're coming off a win, so should be a pretty good matchup Friday.
Yeah, let's jump in. We'll jump back to cross country. Let's go ahead and
Yeah.
do football. A nice win against at Finneytown, 16 zip for your Warriors. Had to be a nice bus ride home coming across cross county after that W and getting ready for a always tough Taylor Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, it was. A little touch and go there. We benefited from a snap over center that gave us a safety, put us up 9-0. We rode that pretty much all game. Offense is starting to show some signs of life. Defense really, I mean, Finneytown had a really nice drive at the end of the third quarter into the fourth quarter. It was probably a 18 play drive. If you're an offensive line coach, you give your guys a helmet award for that.
Sure.
But they got all the way down to our 2, and I think they had first and goal from the 5. Defense stiffened up and stopped them on the 2. We went down and scored the last touchdown. So yeah, a good strong win. Defense has been playing well and been carrying us as much as they can. So Taylor's coming in. Taylor's feeling pretty good. Took Wyoming to the wire last week. They feel good with the group that they have. We're starting to feel better about things. So a little momentum coming in. Like we said, it's junior high night. It's going to be a great crowd. A little bit cooler weather. So come on out and see what's going on here.
Yeah, good luck to the Warriors Friday night at Cousel Stadium. Let's go to cross country.
Mhm.
They went to Landmark Church
Yeah.
for the Princeton Invitational this past Saturday. A little toasty out there to run long distance, but I heard it's a great track to run, and it ended up being a really nice Saturday.
Yeah, a lot of open space out there, and our kids like the distance out there at the old Landmark Christian School. So, Mary Mavrodoglu, a freshman for us, her and our senior Caroline Buck. Sorry, Caroline, I know your last name, and I know your senior, and Sarah Cooper. They were all top 20 for us. Good runs for them, and then Jonathan Hester was our top finisher on the boys, and I think the girls finished fourth or fifth in that field. So, a good day for them. They'll go to the Centerville nighttime run this week. So that thing kicks off at 7. It's under the lights up there. It's a fun meet. The kids like running in that one. They'll go to Centerville. And then I think it's one more meet and then CHL time. So we're getting towards the end for cross country, and we're at the end for tennis and golf. So good luck to the cross country runners. Hopefully they get a little bit cooler weather and a little bit of rain, some softer ground to run on this week.
Yeah, best of luck to them. Switching over to the links, talking boys and girls golf. It looks like last week, since we didn't have the show, they've had the CHL championship since you and I talked last, Tom. How
Yeah.
about an update to the fans on that, and then what's remaining for the teams?
Sure. Yeah. Girls golf. We'll start with them. They both teams finished second in the CHL in the tournament, to different teams. Madeira had a tremendous day on the girls' side, but we had a pretty good day too. We finished second. I think we won the preview earlier in the year. Charlotte Solar was our low score at 76, I think. And then Janie Neville came in. She was low 80s. Laney Willett hit an 82. That was her personal best. And Lily Billups came in the 80s. So they're going to carry us. They go to sectional play tomorrow at Reeves, and so that's good and close. And we need the squad to come back in the low 80s again. Would like to advance them to the districts next week, but they tee off at 9 o'clock tomorrow at Reeves.
Nice.
And then yeah, they go pretty quick down there. Reeves does a nice job. The greens are in good shapes, and our girls seem to like that track. So hopefully they're one of the top 3 teams to score tomorrow, and they can advance to the district tournament the following week. The boys also in second in the CHL. Will Stevens ended up being medalist in that tournament match there. An incredible finish for him. Him and the Wyoming golfer have been back and forth all year. They're on 18 at the Mill course. Mill course is a great course too.
Mm.
They're on 18. The Wyoming golfer, he's on in two, and Will's in the sand in front of the green in two. And so Will chips out, has a great up, saves the hole. Wyoming golfer three putts, and so then we go to playoff. And so you finish a tournament. It's a late afternoon, and then you got to find a hole to play, and the courses have open play after that. So they went over and started on number one. It's right next to 18 there at the Mill.
Okay.
They said it was like Caddyshack. They said everybody was going. The golfers were going. The parents were going. The coaches were going. It's like the last scene out of Caddyshack.
Oh,
And
that's the best.
and Will splits the fairway. Wyoming golfer goes a little bit right. I think he buried the hole and wanted to become medalist. So a really great finish for him and the team. But Carter McGahee, JP Whittakin all had great days that day. Cooper Drum, Ethan Hearn, and Ethan Herking are going to round out the squad for us on Wednesday at the sectional, and that's going to be at the Mill course again as well. So maybe we get a little more magic out of there and get them onto districts this year. They're having a fantastic year.
Fantastic. Well, best of luck to them and hope the success continues. Let's go to the pitch. Talk boys and girls soccer. Boys
Yeah.
having a really nice year. 7-2-1. How did the Kings match go? I don't have an update on the
Yeah,
Kings.
they won the Kings match 3-1. The boys are really and both teams are kind of flying under the radar a little bit right now. The boys started off 1-2-1. They've won seven straight. A nice 2-zip win over Madeira last week. It's a physical battle. They're back and forth. That's always a struggle, and that was up there. Then the offense just caught fire. If you remember early in the season, we were talking about they just couldn't find the net, and then it seems like since the Cincinnati Christian match a couple weeks ago, the offense is really starting to click. So, 2-0 win over Madeira, 3-1 win over Kings. All of a sudden, they're at 8-2-1. We're getting around the time where I think about 2 weeks we have the seed meeting for the tournament, which will be different. We're in with some different characters this year. But they'll travel to Wyoming Tuesday night, and then I believe they host Oakwood on Saturday at 10 and noon. So again, and Oakwoods are always a physical, tough match for us as well, as is Wyoming. And so just trying to maintain. Max Murphy, he's leading the team in scoring. If you look at the points category on the CHL site, he's there. Santino Serger doing a great job, just feeding our scores this year, and Big John Lindner doing a great job in the goal for him. So boys are having a really good season. Like to see them continue this on, and get a couple more wins this week.
Sounds great. Good luck to
Yeah.
them and continue. Big match against Wyoming, right? That should
Yeah.
be a fun one.
Yeah, it should be. I'll jump over to the girls' side since we're
Wow.
here. Yeah, they're undefeated. They're 8-0-2. A 2-2 match with Madeira. Wow, what a crowd! I mean, it was a huge crowd for
So fun.
a Wednesday night here. Madeira brought a bunch. We brought a bunch. And
Sounds
we
like a great match.
it really was, and they're really good too. And they're probably going to run. They're going to make a run in Division 5. And I don't know who's going to challenge them. Someone will come out and challenge them. Um, and we used to be in that division with them. With the new divisions, we're up with 4. So we get our friends at Indian Hill and Summit and Waynesville and Wyoming. So the season grind is going to continue into the postseason for the girls. But they're having Madeira went up 2-1. We came back. Miller Sprain launched one from like the 40 on a direct kick and right over the keeper's head. So tie it up 2-2. So it was just crazy. A 6-0 win over Roger Bacon, a MVC school with a GCL attitude. I was kind of surprised at the final spread on that game. But really, we got some girls that just take over the game. And they're the same girls that are leading the stats in the CHL right now. Addie Zawali, she'll get at one end of the field and go coast to coast and weave in and out. for scores. Alyssa Dewey always finds a way down around the goal line to get a feed and put it in. Miller Spring, that I just mentioned, a strong leg. She'll launch her and Addie will launch them from the corner. But strong leg in that game there tonight against Madera, and Claire Kessler, the senior, just giving us a lot of experience. Claire's doing a lot of scoring as well. So, not overrating, underrating anyone there, but Dewey, Spring, Kessler, and Zawali had really been forces on this team, and the other girls, the rest of the team, I should say, not the other girls, the rest of the team are really filling their roles great, and getting the scores. We got the combination of Peyton McCrae and Bentley Osgood in the goal, and they're doing a great job as well. So the girls have Wyoming on Wednesday. That's going to be here at home. And then Saturday, they go up to Spooky Nook to play Hamilton Baden, another GGCL school. So that's always physical. That's always a good matchup there. Up at Spooky Nook at 10 and 12. So hopefully they keep rolling. Yeah, and just finish things strong.
Yeah, that's great. Best of luck to them. Let's go to the hard court. Boy, yeah, your sports teams, varsity sports teams, are having a great fall. Girls tennis, I have them at 13 and 2.
Yeah.
Let's see, they had Coaches Classic on Saturday, and then they traveled to Loveland, ECC Loveland Tigers today, and then looks like they wrap up the regular season this week, Tom.
Yeah, they've got like you said, Loveland today. They have Ursuline on Wednesday. I think varsity's home, JV's away, and then Friday they'll have senior night against Milford down to Mariemont courts. But yeah, they are having a great season. You're right on the records. They
Whew.
won Flight C of the Coaches Classic. That's one of the highest flights we've ever been in. Our two seniors, Lucy Glassmeyer and Katie Whitmore, are having fantastic seasons as well. And then we rounded out with Lauren Gahn and Lucy Hanser and Sophia Parker, Katie Tolley. Those have been the constants in the varsity lineup during the season. They're just having a great run of it. So the draw was yesterday. I haven't heard where we are or who we have yet, but that'll be next week and up at Mason. And we're expecting a good showing. Hopefully, we can advance a number of them on the districts.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Best of luck as the regular season winds down this week and they get into tournament play. Let's wrap this week up. This week's show up. Going in the gym for girls volleyball. Looks like the tough schedule early on's paying off. They're getting some W's and a couple weeks left in the regular season, and then they'll be in tournament play.
Yeah, yeah, I think everyone has a tournament draw the first weekend in October. But yeah, 2 wins last week. Win over Claremont Northeastern. They're a good team, and we took a 3-0 win from them. And then a four-set win over Reading on Tuesday. Then with Indian Hill, we lost in 3 games to Indian Hill. But compared to the first time that we played them, I think the first match was 24-26, second one was 25-23, and the last one might have been 25-19. So just they're getting better. We talked about early on in the season, that it's a young squad and they're starting to come around. And it doesn't get any easier this week. I mean, they have Finneytown on Tuesday, go to Taylor on Thursday. Taylor, I read an article on them last week. I don't think they've lost a set all year, and maybe not even going into last year's. So that's going to be tough. Then we have Batavia coming in on Monday, and they're a big team out of D4. So, but our team just keeps coming back. They're really coming around. And then we'll wrap up with senior night in a couple of weeks. So they just keep going, keep playing consistent. You see the confidence growing with them. They're really fun to watch, and the crowds are starting to come as well. So, let's go for at least a split this week, and see if we can take 2 out of 3 again next week.
Yeah, that sounds great. Get out and support the
Yeah,
girls because they're playing good volleyball. Well,
yeah.
Tom, have a great week. Thanks for your time as always. Good stuff for the Mariemont Warriors, and hope you have a great week. And we'll touch base next Monday.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks for all your work, and everyone follow us on chlsports.com and MariemontSports.com. Have a great week.
Sounds great, Tom. Thank you.